when I first entered into the fifth dimension, that was when I had to isolate and disconnect from all humans. I was sent out on journeys and work to do, but I disappeared from friends. I had no friends. I just could not have friendships. And phone calls didn't happen. And soon texting, just everything had to fall away. At that time, my vibration was rising and water seeks its own level. So they're not changing as fast as I was. I was changing lightning speed my entire life. So I have left behind so many amazing relationships. It was like I came in, said hi, got the gift, gave them a gift, boom, off I went because I had to come and get here. This was my life plan to get through it all so I could get here, so I could help show you the way, because it's not me showing you the way, it's me showing you that you know the way. But all of those things that you're deeply involved in, that's what keeps you messed up. That's what keeps you so far away from your story. So that thing that you felt as a child, that thing that you were going to put on a cape and be when you grew up, that thing that is still inside of you that you cannot be for so many reasons, they would shame you. How dare you? You can't be who you are. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you be who you are? Why are you being something they want you to be? So that thing, when you find your lane to lean toward it and to let it bubble up and silence yourself, you're going to get a little bit of nugget. Just a piece of guidance is going to land in your forehead that's going to make absolutely no sense. None whatsoever. That is your higher self saying, it's about time we take a step. It's all greatly covered in my books. But the only thing you are to do is be quiet, plan absolutely nothing, ever, and take labels off of everything. Nothing should have a label, breakfast, lunch, anything. And just when you're silent with just you, a nugget's going to come in and it's not going to make sense. That is step one. That is the only step you should be taking in your life. It's not going to make any sense. Like when I was told, go to Michael's and buy paint and canvas. It's in my book. It made no sense. But immediately after I did it, put it on my table and thought, great, now what? Ding! Look what my mom's doing. A video from a friend. So I knew what my next step was to learn how to do this. And I did it through the entire pandemic. And now my art sells in the Laughing Crab Gallery in Florence, Oregon. I listen and I get miracles. If I did not have art to do during the pandemic, I would have probably killed my husband. I mean, it would have been crazy. I don't know what but I know I listen. And so I'm told. And so it's magic. You have the next step. And then when you take only that step and you wait, you'll hear the next one. And then you'll take it. And then it makes the other one make sense. We can't get to know. You can't get to know in advance. Part of the deal. You have to take a step. To take a step, you have to shut up. And then you'll get here. That's all I did. I became silent. I connected with whatever was. I met God. I stepped away from humans. I vibrated above every human that I've ever been around because I said yes to what was coming through me, because what I was doing kept me miserable. I'll put a chart at the end of this video, which is the chart that I was told to make once I stepped into the fifth dimension, because you realize the process. You're all living in 3D, head in the sand. You start getting curious, you start doing some, and I'm not going to use words like shadow work because that confuses people. You start facing your stories. That's all you do. I'm really trying to work with the spiritual community on changing their language, because I know most of you are so confused because they don't make any sense when they talk. They just either, huh? Yeah, it's not shadow work. You just, when you choose, and it's just choices you make about your life, when you choose to say yes to you and start saying no to the things you said yes to, you're going to jump into doing your story. You're going to do your work. You're going to step into the role of observer of your life, and you're going to see it through a new lens. It's like doing a life review while you're still alive. We all know you do them when you're dead, but while you're still alive, you get to do these life reviews and see what your part of the story was, and you get to undo it. You get to release it. And that's how you get here. But when you're stuck in a story, you're not going to get to your next story until you close the chapter you're in. When you met that person, whatever your story is, you came here with an agreement because you each brought each other a gift. You did something for them that changed their life, whatever it was. They did something for you that changed your life. But then you thought you had to hold a contract, paradise by the dashboard light. And you had to be stuck with this person because you fell in love and you had sex. No, you were supposed to meet, exchange the gift, and then lovingly say goodbye. On Amazon, it's under my name, Cari Palmer. So I've got 2 books there. Man is Ruining His Own Nest. I highly recommend you read the sneak preview they have on there. I rewrote the 10 Commandments, and they are so loving and beautiful because I don't do it. I have a house full of help. I have so much help, and I had to be alone. I had to step away from having what you guys love to have, a partner, a friend, to talk on the phone, to text, to watch the news, to watch TV. People like me, we've stepped away because once you do, it's like just when you get to nature, you start seeing, you start feeling the steps. And when I was in the city, I just started really feeling that I didn't fit in any longer. And you know what I'm talking about. I had to leave. I had to get further away. I went to Newport, Oregon, too close to people, too much freeway noise, too many sirens. I had to come to Mount Shasta. Here, I have too many neighbors. It's too close. I've got to build a big fence all the way around my house. I don't want to see people in this space. I know you can't, you try to visualize it. It's like close your eyes, visualize like we're all walking around on earth, but we're in different vibrational spaces. So some of us, I don't know, visualize us as transparent. So we are in circles near you with you. But what is really funny is you mostly can't even see me because I am there, but I'm at a vibration that is so foreign to you. It's like when Columbus was sailing into the islands, that was out of the vibrational space. It's like you looking up and seeing a spaceship. If you can't agree to that, you're never going to see it. So at that vibrational space, it's like I am alone. And I love it because I'm not alone. I am spirit in a skin bag, and I commune here with God, Alden, everybody that I love. The one thing that stunts your growth, and this is the one thing that was the hardest part of my learning. This is why I knew I had to have no connection with anyone. As I was growing and posting and sharing, and my friends and I are talking, communication, I made videos with a lot of these people. They're all highly spiritual beings. But even the most highly functioning spiritual beings, it's like they have a line in the sand. They've heard about 5D. They hear all this stuff. They talk about these dimensions, but they're not in it. They're not in that dimension. So when their friend, who is at their same vibrational space, starts talking this stuff that is out of their possible comprehension, they say bye to me. They can't be in my space anymore. I've crossed a line for them that they cannot believe is real. And they're teaching you how to get here. And they don't even know where here is. So that's the biggest part. I am not showing you the way. I'm showing you that you know the way. And there is a place you want to get to. It's just going back to full ultimate potential and your complete cosmic consciousness. But you could still be alive and choose when you want to leave this rock. And I know I have a lot ahead of me. I've got 6 books that I've written, and now I think another one's coming through. So I am not with people. I'm not with friends. So when I got the message from my friend, if I was 6 months ago on my journey, if I was back in Newport, that message would have been Like I'm immaculate here. I have, it's just white. It's just, there's no illness, there's no darkness. I have nothing I'm holding on to. So my mind, my body, my soul, immaculate. And I live in immaculate Mount Shasta. So before I became this, if somebody would have said something like came to me yesterday, it would have thrown me into a tailspin. It would have made, because it's like judgment of my work saying, are you sure you're doing the right thing? And you know who you are, everybody. If somebody questions your work, that hurts. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? But where I am now, it's like I told her clearly, I said, thank you so much for sharing because it inspired all of this. But literally, when I'm in bed in the morning, stretching, enjoying the cool air, window open, fan on, when I'm told, get up, I get up and I do what I'm supposed to do. And quite often, it's to write something, to make a meme. Lately, oh my God, I've become a meme machine. But I have no thought. So I'm told, here's your assignment. I sit there, I completely do it. Frequently, I love it because I put it all out and then they tighten it up. They button up all the stuff to make it not as elaborate as I start with, and everything gets cleaned up. And then I post and go. It's like I go up to, I have these places I post at now. It's like I'm told where to do. Oh, I never thought I'd be on TikTok. Holy cow. But it works. I'm reaching people that I couldn't reach otherwise. So I don't have any plan in my life. I'm told when to get up. And then I literally, in between that and my next thing, my next step, IB. And I'm in Mount Shasta. So IB by pulling weeds. Now that it's not 150 degrees, IB by getting in the hot tub. But each one of those things I'm guided to do. I carry the person who really is on just a permanent vacation here, doesn't make any decisions ever, ever. It's all do this, buy this, go there, wear that. Injured my arm skiing. I don't question it. I'm like, I guess I'm not skiing again. And it's like it just changes everything that happens. So it's like, okay, so the things that I might have, it doesn't matter. I just be and I heal and I move on. One of the things my friend said to me in her message, we had a conversation back and forth when I told her how I am completely alone. I don't have my daughter. I don't have my husband. I have no communication. And so I'm just always an open vessel to receive because I'm needed right now desperately. We all are. And so she responds like, that just sounds so sad. And I'm like, that's what I wanted to cover. You guys, I am alone. It's funny to me because I know my neighbors see this woman who lives alone, who's always out in the yard doing stuff, running around like she's a 20-year-old. They see no traffic in my driveway except for potentially a FedEx truck, construction. That's usually it. Somebody's working my yard. That's the only thing, actually, somebody working in my yard. So I look like this incredibly alone, isolated, who knows what, and I don't care. But I know people talk. It's like, it's so funny how people love talking about you and they don't have a clue who you are. It's like, I don't talk to anybody, but I know they're gossiping about me. I just called an old guy out on it too. I sent him a note, and on the back of the note, I said, why is my name even on your lips? Because I knew his wife would see that. Like, why are you talking about a woman you don't even know? Landing in the fifth dimension, being in this space, you're isolated. And I make videos, I do my posts, I do whatever I'm told. But you have no village. I live in Mount Shasta, where it's an amazing space. It's awesome. But many people come here for spiritual currency. They don't realize they can get to this space without any of the stuff you can buy in Mount Shasta. And that reminded me of Sedona. Just there are these spiritual vortexes, this energy in these places, phenomenal. But we come here to think we need to hear singing bowls, to sit next to a guru, to do it's like if you come here, especially if you go up to that mountain and you just be, you're done. If you say yes to it, boom. But no, you guys, it's like you go with groups and you talk about things. When you fly solo, you get here. It's the only way here because you came with your programming, your story, your arrow that you pointed, and you said, we're going that way. And then life happened. Life happened and you got confused, but you never lost the arrow. So in Man is Ruining His Own Nest, I give everybody, especially the rich and powerful kids who they have absolutely no part of their life that they chose, it gives them permission to stop looking out of the tower window at us down in the park getting our feet dirty. It tells them, it reminds them that they want to come down their golden elevator and come to the park and take their shoes off and remember who they are, because that's what we came here for. So in doing this video, I'm hoping that I actually start finding the people who live in 5D, because I've seen your videos. We speak the same language. We know this is not for sissies, and people think we're supposed to be nice and loving, but people don't hear us when we're nice and loving. We have to push you over your comfort zone, and it's not easy. We have to be stronger than an ox to do this job. But we know none of this is real. We know we played these roles. We signed up to help each other. We're there to poke you and to help you get here. And then when you do get here, you're like, high five. It's like when we die, none of this is real. We're here in a human suit till it drops. It'll drop and you're going to go, holy shit, I died. And for some of you, you're going to cling to that body. Most of you will do that. But when you realize, and it's so like instantaneous, like you walk, it's like walking into another room when you die. And then it's like, you realize like, oh my God, the things I could have done. But you just think you're your body. But when you know you're not your body and you live from that space, your world will astonish you. So I'm hoping to find my village. I think I'm learning how to tag better. I just know we're out there and we need to become an army. We need to strengthen all of the light workers who are afraid to step forward because people are going to talk trash about them and they're going to throw zapping negative energy at them, which will make them go back in their hole. We can't let that happen. When somebody says something to you, judging what came through you, you stand firm because you did not come up with it. You're a channel. You're getting information. You need to trust yourself. I'm calling it a day. Cari Palmer, living in 5D in Mount Shasta, living completely isolated, alone, a hermit, can't even have animals, because that would give me something to plug into. I sit and I wait and I be.